What's up, YouTube? This is Radio Station here, and this is going to be episode 4 of our doubleheaders. We're going to react to episode 4 of Tengoku Daimakyou and also episode 4 of Jigokuraku. You know, if you haven't heard, it's a heaven and hell thing, so I might have to put, of course I'm going to have to put a disclaimer, of course, for those who are not fond of seeing my Jigokuraku reaction mashups on reaction mashups for obvious reasons, like even if whether or not I'm complaining or anything, I'll try to put a disclaimer. Also, because apparently there's some problems with how YouTube is processing live streams right now for some reason, I'm recording at the same time, and it's gonna be up. I'm gonna try to get the video as soon as I can on Google Drive, if it allows me, of course. And so, like, if anyone wants to view it as such. View it and use it as such, they can go ahead. But that is what it is. So that out of the way. So last time on Tengoku Daimakyou, we get a little bit into Kiriko's backstory. Do I call her Kiriko or Kiriko or whatever? I don't know. There's a lot of just very. I don't know how to go into all the theories and such regarding her, regarding the doctor, regarding Robin, regarding who Maru might be as well. Also that fucking man-eater, fucking Gil looking ass fish. And what do you know, it's that fish that the guy was in the lab was drawing. That, the guy that Mimi with and Cuckoo was, kind of meeting up in. And people was like, "Hey, what you drawing?" Sort of stuff. And also took as well. The characters are not those. Well, besides Maru and Kiriko, like the characters are not what I'd say very memorable, but it's fine because this is very story orientated. So I can forgive that. I have no qualms against this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started. So yeah, let's go ahead with Tengoku Daimakyou. Episode 4. Let's get this thing started. Hold on. I gotta close that. I don't know why I had that open. Alright. Hopefully I got. Okay, did I get the stuff right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright. Why is it? I don't speak Indonesian. Okay. Alright. You feel there are illusions who become real in the other part of the world? Or what if the lab? I'm pretty sure the lab is responsible. I mean, there's a lot of hints to it. Or did the kids see something? And that's why, because at the post-credit scenes, like, the Cuckoo girl was just like, "Oh, babies don't have faces." I'm like, what the fuck what kind of fucking abomination did you see to make that sort of statement? So we might find out. Alright. Starting in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Also ignore these subs. Oh, yeesh. Ignore some of these subs, like some of them are a little like unnecessary. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is fucking Gio all over again. Yeah, it's not, it's still here. That is creepy. All right. I I'm just chilling right now. Like I'm just trying to want. I know these subs are okay. Yeah, I know these subs are kind of weird. Like they add some extra shit like exhales and whatnot. Like so, my bad. Like, but these are the earliest I can get up. I can find. Yeah, yeah. Fucking Spider Man. Look at. Wait, is she not built for it? She's not. She's a side character. What? Yeah. That's abnormal. Yeah. They're always under some analysis. The fact that they would just analyze like what would come off as like, oh, it's not that bad sort of behavior. Okay, that you gotta worry that about. On the other hand, okay, we're starting to get a little bit more into this little nursery or lab or whatever it is. Before she falls. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why did that camera catch nothing? Did someone hack into the camera beforehand? Is there some illusion? Good lord. Was this Resident Evil? My laser beams. It won't. And that suit of water is also what protected it. Okay. Never been locked. Just give a good kick. You, basically. Wait, did you kill the you killed that thing earlier, right? But wait, how exactly is he going to get up close to it? I know we got reflexes, but that's a oh yikes. No, fuck it. Oh fuck! It's green. Fuck the tomatoes. We getting out of here. Oh lord. You got a point. I like that they just have to explain shit on the fly. It's like, oh yeah, I don't really got a solid plan, but we gotta just. Oh. No, oh, but. It also looked like that one for that one of those things from from that manga that caught short. Kakukin Ryolin, I think that was the name of that manga. Oh, it's losing its armor. Nice. Wait, you have to. Oh, the dried things sucked up the water. So, yep. Nice. Well, it's kind of helpless now, but do proceed with caution. Be careful though. Oh, yeah, I'm just melted it. Looks like a cross between a goblin shark and a, a, a coelacanth. I think that's how you pronounce it. Or is it a coelacanth? Oh, we're back in the. What was this? Was this Dead Space? He died. He died from weed. Oh man, I can't. That's why you don't do drugs, kids. Oh wait, kids don't watch are not allowed to watch these videos. Oh, that's the faceless babe. What the fuck? Target? Yeah, they bought these. Yeah, they bought these things from Target. I'm just saying. They literally just bought it from the remaining Target stores. Could still have the fucking logo on. And just like, oh fuck it. Just gonna grow shit with it. Hmm? Wait a minute. You get redirected? Wait, what happened? Oh, they got redirected. There was a I think it's a diversion. The alarm. Wait. Yeah, it explains there's something's up because it was catching nothing. And that's online, but I might be missing something, so what are their footprints? Oh, that might matter if the baby might see something like what. Never thought we would be this useful. The baby's gonna know. Oh boy, they're fucked. If that thing. Wait, did that thing? Is that thing hiding it? Is that thing low-key hiding it? Or for what reason? There's gonna be just a bunch of shit I'm gonna be to talk about. I don't even know where to start. We lost all our weed though. What's the money gonna buy? A kind of town? Sort of like that shit they had to continue fighting. I mean, finding in Promised Neverland. It was a logo of like an owl. One day, if we ever come back, that is. What is? Oh God. Oh, thank God it's not the Snowpiercer bars. Oh jeez. Oh, at least it's edible, I guess. At least it's actually edible. Hmm. That's a chicken and a. That's a hen and a chicken, literally, because you see it just bending down. There's a chicken just looking up. When I try to. Oh, he got said. Oh yeah, he got sent the nudes. He wants more of it. Um. can't help but beat up. Oh boy. She's not aware. She's not aware of what's going on here. Remember, they don't know. They don't know about all this shit. It's like the Frank's nursery. Except, if this feels more believable to an extent, to at least some extent, because like the way they were just raised. The one, in Frank's, it feels like they should. The way they say things, it feels like they should know. They should have already known something like this, but they act like they just don't have good knowledge of it. It's just weird. I don't think he got time left. I mean, well, I don't know if it's like something they can't cure or whatever. No, she wasn't even sure what it is, but she just instinctively just pushed back. It's very interesting to see where emotionally and mentally these kids in the nursery are trying to find themselves in. Because it's just like all just Greek to them. Because they don't have any proper parents or anything to just tell them like, oh, this ain't right. They just have someone just telling that shit from the telling that shit like a dog, like, okay. The lighting though. Can you do that? Well, they're being honest. Just it's just like super like interesting the way they. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, he's about to die, isn't he? I fit. Yeah. Is that thing? I do not know if it's ter- if that's a terminal disease or something, but it looks hella bad. Not just something you could just recover from. Yeah, because it's just so alien to them, like in the way they're raised. They're not raised normally. They're not raised like how most of us are. So we can't always just 100% understand how they're thinking, how they're feeling. But we just can only just acknowledge that a lot of the stuff that they're experiencing is just going to be new to them. It's just something they're just not going to be really familiar with. Gotta run away from this fucking. Oh, there's a drop. There's a drop. That was too short. That felt too short. Why? Again, the only issue I have with this series is how fucking short it has. I have no but I have no qualms about the weird stuff or about what is considered social by societal standards weird. Like it depends on how you view it, like how the settings are portraying it. For me, this is quite believable. It's not flaw proof by any means, but no qualms right now. Just how ridiculously short these feel. I just hate how the ending sounds a little too happy-go-lucky in a way. But then there's these visuals. Some of these visuals are just like, okay, okay. Oh boy. Post-credit scenes? Fuck. Nope. No post-credit scenes. Wow. Yep. This is this is one of the best from this season for sure. I just don't know like if I want to raise it to the next level here. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and change, but I'll discuss a little more here. So regarding the whole shebang with just how like these kids are just kind of trying to figure out something, and I like how they maneuvered through with the fishy fish man eater thing. That was cool. That was a oh my god, dude just got killed. The one time when drugs can actually be, when drugs like that, weed is a lifesaver. I never think about it. And the thing just got killed. But yeah, that's the first cat death by marijuana. Well, that is not a human. Yeah, the lighting, the art has just always just been consistently incredible. I mean, I'm not gonna just say like, oh, like it's 100% perfection and all, but it's polished as much as it could. So I'll give it what it's worth. But there's a lot of, forget Mario and Kyugo side for a second. What's going on with that lab, that nursery, whatever it may be? I don't know if I call it nursery, lab, factory, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I have no idea, because we don't have enough intel. Because we've been mostly focused on Mario and Kyugo, them trying to just figure things out. Meanwhile, I get all these little things regarding the lab, and just like, yeah, something doesn't seem right. And like, the Mina robot, whatever you call it, which I think is like the mother frame, like, I think that AI is the one that's controlling everything, supposed to do. I think she's the one that's is providing all security cameras. But for some reason, I don't know. And I don't know if Tokyo and Cuckoo were, really aware that there were cameras all over as well. But apparently that camera was not portraying anything. So I'm feeling like it got some intent. Like, did someone else intentionally hack into them, or did Mina do it himself? But I feel like it's more the latter, because the way that AI says, like, you literally see it. I don't know why it's subtitles, like, by default in Indonesian. Sorry about that. The way she was responding to the professor is just like, it just feels very like she's just hiding something. If a human had a health inspection and received a report of further examination required, that's a report or something. Like, hold on. Could that human identify where there was something wrong in that body. So it makes you realize that she is probably, that she might, I don't know for sure, this entity may be hiding it on purpose. I don't know why. But clearly from what Tato is saying, there's something up with the lab that's not right, and she's telling Tokyo to run away. And like it may have to do with him. I wonder if he was intentionally, if something was done to him where he intentionally got that disease, and like he's just held there just for the hell of it, for some experimental reasons and such. I'm not entirely sure where to go about it. I will look at other people's responses to it, you know, try to draw some, like maybe some others that here would like draw some better clues than I do here. I mean, I'm only just drawing what's presented before me. I'm not a detective of sorts. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not qualified to watch mystery, but it's just like sometimes the mysteries themselves, even if they're coherently, they have a lot of logic and good planning to it, it may not appeal to me as much because it may be a little too much or too little or something like that, or it just simply doesn't appeal. But there's something about, and one more thing before I move on, just something about how these kids are trying to learn about them, about how they are emotionally mental, because they're not raised like us, so we can't try to put ourselves in their shoes. We can't. Like with Franks, we kind of can, because they say things that you feel like they should know some of this. They should be aware of some of this, you know, very aware of this. But the way they say things and the way they act, you kind of confused. It's just like they don't, but they're just procrastinating and some doing dumb shit just for the hell of it. Maybe they're being treated like some sort of experiment. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm kind of experimenting right now. Like, why do you think Goku can, you know, somehow, like, not all of them, apparently. Some of them are just like super athletic or have some sort of powers and such. I feel like Maru might have originally came from one of those nurseries. I don't know. There's a lot to kind of unpack, but it is interesting to see how they're trying to discover themselves mentally, emotionally, and whatnot. Especially with this exchange between Tokyo and Kona. So there's something to think about. But the exchange between Mimihime and Shiro, I mean, that's very embarrassing. But it's also like Mimihime doesn't know about it. So now that I'm thinking about it, she didn't send it. I feel like that robot did, perhaps. I could be wrong. I mean, I could be missing something, but there's a lot of things they're just saying like, yeah, it's something is. No, they're just something of like a lot of this is just being used as a means to see what these guys are doing. You know, they're trying to mess with the kids, like see how they are. And what the fuck are those things? What? And I'm just gonna say this. What are these target looking ass babies? Or they're not even babies. Like, what are these things? Are they really to become these kids here? Like, literally, this is what are these things? What was that one? It looks like the fucking Earthbound. It looks like the fucking Earthbound gods for 5Ds. Look at. Hold on. I will show you. I will show you what I'm talking about. Hold on a sec. Like, this literally just reminding me. Well, not quite, but the way you just look at the helioglyphs, just like you see. Which one is it in particular? Like this one sorta, but it's not there. But yeah, you get the drift. It's just like, what the fuck is that thing? Do you think as well? Look at the last scripts from old animes we had way back. Looks similar to man eaters. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. what if those kids are supposed to turn into man-eaters? What if that's the case? Like, what if, like, the experiment to say, like, Taro might evolve into, like, when his human dies, he evolves into something else? That's a lot to think, because it's just, it doesn't, it's just like, there's no clue. There's, of course, no clues beforehand. It's just, but it's just kind of, wait, something may be dawning, like, or maybe you're fused with something. I don't know. I literally, I have no fucking, and I read the manga, but it's been a while. And I don't know, like, how the anime will handle that differently or not. So I have no, so even if I did, like, regardless of my familiarity, even I'm not so sure what the fuck's gonna happen, because even then, they have not even solved it from what I'm understood. From what I remember. So it doesn't matter. It's like, what the fuck? It's just crazy, honestly. But yeah, this show's too fucking good. It's this, Maho Yome, Skip the Loafers, and Oshinoko, those are in my top 4. And then there's an honorable mention, the Road to the Top Room, Horse Girls one, but that's an OVA, so I don't think that counts. And that's about it, I guess. My Clueless First Friend is a nice, enjoyable one, a little bit more enjoyable than everything else, but that's another thing. Like, I don't have it too high, but it's just enjoyable. But yeah, this show is too good. I would love to talk about it more, but it's just that there's so much to unpack. I feel like I would be able to only do it, you know, outside the stream on my own time, when I have things to take in. But yeah, that's a lot to really unpack. But moving on. Jigokuraku, we're on the part 2 of our doubleheader. So, yeah, they're on the... Okay, so, moving on to Jigokuraku. So, they're on the island. These guys are on the island. They get clapped up. No, why did I just mistype it? My bad. And apparently this whole thing, you know, I'm just gonna get this out right now. Like, I will try to put something useful to it. I'm not too fond of where it's going right now, but I'm just gonna roll with whatever the fucking wants to go right now. So I'll just be at it. I do not know how to feel about Yamaru and Saguri's sort of, you know, dynamic. It doesn't feel like, I'm not so sure how to feel about it on a positive. What I can only try to feel about it is that they just kind of have the same thing where it's like, yeah, of course, you have this fear because you don't, like, we naturally fear dying, we naturally fear taking others' lives. Or like when we do, we get burdened by it. It's all the shebang. I'm just gonna say this right now. This Enzen dude just gets you talking all this shit. It's clapped up by that guy who literally eats him, and you just see a bunch of guys just getting clapped. And okay, Zipper Will, I know you're here. Apparently, a backstory was another character segment was skipped in the last episode because it felt off with the way the things were paced. So I knew something was up. I felt like something was up, and I was proven correct. I'm not gonna say much about the visuals here because I'm just gonna let you know they're not. It's a mess with some nice looking parts. I mean, I can only hope it just try to barely keep itself together. That's all I can hope for. So I don't need I don't want to keep ragging on it as much. Because I mean, considering the previous show we watched and then we have to get to this, I don't have hopes. Nick, I know I don't have hopes for this either. But I'm gonna roll with it because I And again, I'm going to try to add a disclaimer, just like, okay, well, this is the part where you don't need to add me into some other mashup and shit. So, yeah. And, yeah, they get attacked by bugs. So, and they got the CG centipedes for no fucking reason. They got the fucking, like, big-ass yokai-looking thing, and that one thing with again, a fishy fish. A fishy fish, monster. Great. I'm never gonna... I should stay off of salmon for a week or so. I should not eat seafood for a week or so now after that. I'm just gonna get fucking PTSD. Just a double header. Oh, okay, so they've added on to the episode but out of order. Okay, so maybe it's not all that bad in terms of using the content. But I mean, if it's out of order, it may not necessarily be bad, because I can get like what they're prioritizing. But it does go to, but I mean, it still brings up a lot of questions. How is this adaptation going to be handled? Like, I do think, like, for the most part, at least the material will be handled all right, just in general. I'm not fond of the story. I'm not fond of the storytelling. Very fond of the storytelling, of course. It's whatever to me. Like, I get it, the themes and all and whatnot, but there's at this point right now, at least in anime form, they're not clicking with me as I feel like they should, and the characters are not really gelling with me as I feel like they should, which is sad because I feel like this sort of stuff with samurais and stuff is cool. But it's just like it's just not there for me. I do apologize on that regard. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck? Oh, I'm looking at the stuff you shared. Nick is sharing right now. Oh, those same motherfuckers from me. Those same motherfuckers from Future Diary. Oh gosh. What if Future Diary is in the future when they fixed up everything? Never mind. Those are just masks. I'm just kidding, y'all. But yeah, unfortunately, we gotta move on to Jigokuraku, and hold on. Hopefully, also the stream will hold up. I know it's going long, but I'll try to keep it as minimal as possible. What the fuck? You know, I'm just gonna ignore it. Alright, so episode 4 of Hell's Paradise. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. I'm gonna skip over the motorcycle thing. Oh, this guy. I like his voice actor though. Something taught to me. Come again? I know I don't want to say this again, but I just don't. I really do not like. Like, I understand they want to add something to it to make it more, you know, more of a composite, a layer of such, but this glaze just feels off for me. They could just use. I feel like they could have used something better. Oh well. It's a Mappa thing, so I can't. So if they want to go with it, I really just don't have anything else to say other than I'm just not too fond of it. So, yeah. Oh. He's just. He, I kind of like how he just casually just uses that guy's sword to just cut his ropes. Those are some exotic looking bugs you got there. Oh yeah, this is a backtracking moment. Just don't get bit. Any comments, guys? I'm just like, I'm just here. Yeah, it's true. I mean, when you're even if you adapt everything almost as 1-to-1 as usual, you still some a lot of things can feel off because then it'll just be copy pasta. You can't just call like it would have like it would have logically technically succeeded, but logically it won't because just like it needs to be something more than just. Oh, well, oh, nice. I don't need to. I don't think I need to say this again, but I'll just gonna say this. Some of this looks. Some of this looks quite rough, like visually. So, just letting y'all know. Just feels like they didn't do. There wasn't a lot of cleanup done in between. Music's nice though. Oh, ninjutsu. Flame up! Toasty! Right. Those things are based on some sort of Hindu demons or something. I mean, yeah. I mean, at least the general the reference. I mean, what they're based off, like in terms like general design's kind of on point. Oh god, not the fucking. Oh Buddha have mercy. Buddha have mercy, please. Well, he was just not thinking. He was just like in his own. He was in a trance. Oh, okay, to save it. Oh, oh, that's the cover girl. I can't get over. I can't get over the you know what we got. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to mention that again, please. Please don't make me do this. Okay, this is kind of a refreshing pace because I like her. I like the voice actor here. There's a lot more, you know. There's a lot more of a spirit to it than what we've gotten so far. One, two, three. Temporary truce. Temporary alliance. Um. But I killed it. Oh. Well, Godmar did sense that, and that's why he didn't get. Yeah, basically. Well, he kind of just paid the price for. He paid the price for fan service, and we don't know you. This again? She came from that cute. She's one of the grown up. She's one of the grown up girls from the Kunoichi Girls anime. That's a nice maneuvering too. she's not as much of a pushover as he thought. Fucking cry. What if we see? What did you say? We'll see. There was a joke. It would just be like, "Hey yo, is that? Hey yo, is that Tupac? Is that Big? Next time we're gonna be seeing like a fucking crying Jordan meme on one of those damn flies." He died. We kind of, you know. Okay, I was wrong. It wasn't Hindu, but I figured it might be. Yeah, it's Boo. It's Boo's. As someone who's sort of familiar with Buddhism, it's a bit. It kind of makes sense here. I know you don't want a sob story this time, but man, I don't know. You know, it's a good. You know, it's a. I think it's a little bit. It's not any worse though. So it's just like, oh, I have this sister that she has incurable disease. So I went to do. So I just went here and there, and the way it just presented a little bit more comically. I mean, of course, that's. Yeah, we don't want to die young. Well, I think most of us, but. Good question. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Well, she can't be conventionally killed, it would seem. I just like how they're using that same scene over and over. That same fucking frame over and over. Sucker's just left out the loop, isn't she? Oh, did she just... Okay. Hey, Kensho Ono. Recognize that voice somewhere. I could recognize the voice anywhere. Oh, hello there. Hello there again, Bakugo. Hate that he just got killed. Hate that Shigaraki actually killed him and he reincarnated in the wrong fucking anime. That's a tough, that's a tough break. I feel. I think I've said this before. I'm not particularly fond of how Jigokuraku drops backstories. I just wish they did it in a way that makes us care more about them. I'm not like if others feel something from this, that's you know what, that's fine. But ain't nearly enough for me. Just saying, guys. Yeah. So yeah, they're just rearranging some of the events here. It's kind of weird though. I feel like they could have incorporated it in a way where we could still get it without breaking up the main story. You know, we got Marino. Yeah, bro, bro, we didn't cut. Are you sure we're not watching One Punch Man season 2? I mean, well, that's a bad thing. Your lord fucks up, you're all thrown under the bus. Oh yeah, that's a given. That's just. Yeah, he's just a guy. Just like I don't follow this. Like fuck these rules. I'm gonna do me sort of thing. Okay, I wish I think it's I respect that. I just wish I could get. I just wish I could actually. I just wish I can feel more from that. Because it's just like I do kind of respect because it's just like yeah, I just don't give a shit. It's just like I do me. Y'all don't got shit to tell me what to do. That sort of thing. And I respect that. It's just like I just wish I could care more about it. Survival of the fittest. Yeah, I get it. Well, that was an episode for sure. Are there any post credits? Nope. I don't think so. I'll skip forward. Hold on. I don't want to look at the. Actually, you know what? I don't want. I was not so sure how to look at the. Yeah, there's just a lot of credits there. There's a lot of. Well, okay, Nick. That's not even. That part is not even that one's not even the most problematic part visually. Okay, seriously, y'all. That was an episode for sure. I will say that. But everyone with a good eye should know that this was a pretty messy looking episode, to say the least. Well, visually, like, you see a lot of shit that's rough. I don't even want to point that out because I'm just gonna be like, because I don't want to be like slightly better than the others. Well, I mean, it's not worse. Let's get, well, in terms of the storytelling side, I get it. In terms of the visual production, this one, well, I know I'm still like aware of how rough visually the first 3 episodes were, but this one, it feels like, yeah, this one stuck out as a little bit more too. Like, you just really see, or like you feel like a lot of scenes don't feel as impactful as they should. I feel like when I was reading the manga, right, I go through that moment. It feels like there's supposed to be some sort of smooth, epic, like just surreal feel to it. In this one, like, they just start having these lines, and then something happens, just chop, and then it's just that. It's just like quick. It's just too quick to the point with those scenes. Like, I don't like when anime does. I don't like, no, I don't, not just anime. I don't like it when TV shows or films do that. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I dislike them all the time, but in a stanza where you feel like that scene should have went that another way, the way which was presented, you feel like it should have been. It should have, like, it feels like it downplays the way at the moment, and maybe it's because this backstory is technically trash, so we don't need that sort of thing. But you feel like they should have done it in a better way, because I didn't because it didn't make me care, and maybe I'm not supposed to care. Maybe I'm just supposed to be told, oh, this is what it is. But it just doesn't work for me here. Like, it's not like I dislike the new guy in question, or like the Bakugo guy in question. I don't know why they don't. Hold on, did I miss him? It's not like I don't care about Chobe's backstory. It's just that, I wanted to care, but it just, like, it's just presented as it is, and just like, oh, okay, it's just survival of the fittest sort of deal. And the way they just kind of gave the backstory to me, I'm just like, I'm just spoon fed it instead of me just picking up the spoon myself, so I can just kind of indulge in this. I feel like it's not. I feel like if they just did it another way, it would have just clicked with me better. Because it just feels like it's just ramped up to me just whatever. I'm gonna talk about another one, Yuzuriha. Rei Takahashi. Okay, first of all, Rei Takahashi is a goddess. She's, if you have not known, she was also the same. This is literally the same person who voiced Ai, like one of the most iconic, even with her brief time, iconic figures in the Hoshino Ko. She still has quite the influence beyond her death. I don't want to compare her to Askeladd and all that, and Shimon and whatever and whoever of the similar things. That's not too accurate comparison, but sort of a similar situation. But yeah, she has quite an impact, and Rei was able to bring that out very well. I don't see who else can really fill those shoes. She brings charms to a lot of the characters she voices, and for Yuzuriha, I do remember kind of enjoying her character when I was reading the manga, because she feels a little bit she's her archetype is not anything unusual, but it's just more like the one where the tone kind of changes up and it just feels a lot more amusing for me. So I mean, considering how differently she acts compared to everyone else, so that I can get something like. I'm not saying she's necessarily a good character, but she's a character that feels like I can be okay. I'm more okay with than anyone else at the moment. I don't know about the Tamiya guy. I don't know about the Tamiya guy. I'm indifferent to him. I know it may be more sort of a bias sort of thing, but it's just like, at least I have to hang on to something. The fights did well. For some reason, the fight, the whole action scene with Maru, like, I feel like it could have been, okay, first of all, it's not totally bad, but it doesn't feel like very, as, intense as I feel like it should have been. And maybe that's how it's supposed to be. But it wasn't gelling with me. I mean, and it goes to show with how the production is. There's a lot to it. Again, like I did say, it looks rough, and there's just too many examples. I'm not gonna just go to one stills frame in there. Look, again, I say clearly, anyone with the naked eye, anyone with a good eye, anyone with a functional eye for things, it's not like ridiculously nearsighted, like you're blind or something like while you're watching anime. But you should at least know, like, there's a lot of things that felt off. Even if you're okay with like the average, if you even have a low bar standard, you feel like something's off. So yeah, I don't know. It just makes me feel really concerned for the people that are working on this, that they really just had to just pull ahead. They just really had to pull out all the stops to try to get this one. It's not like the Villain Saga episode where they pulled out all the stops to forget the polish. They had this for here, with the episodes so far, they've had to pull out all the stops just to get that shit in time to be broadcast. And that's troublesome, man. But I don't want to. This is something I know I'm being redundant, but it's just like it just bothers me a lot. And I know it's because when I know more about anime production nowadays, it's a downside, and it might not be for the better. But just knowing that already, like, even if I didn't, I would know something would still feel off to me, regardless. I wouldn't feel as negatively about it, maybe, but now I do, because it just kind of already tells me what kind of state this is in production wise. Like, and I understand, like, it could still be a good adaptation on a technical side, but in terms of broader, like, in general, like, something that just, oh, it raises to the next level more than the manga. And I don't like when people online are saying, oh, they did this good, they're better than what the manga did. Okay, for those scenes maybe, but what about for everything else? What about for everything else? I don't really have anything. I wish I could put something more positive in it, but I don't. And like I know people, a majority of people disagree with me on the Jigokuraku, but again, you see it, you see it for yourself. Like, don't act blind to this situation here. Like, if you want to say, oh, they're doing this scene right in terms of, like, just again the technical standpoints, putting aside the visual quality of this, what are you on the technical side points? Yeah, they're probably accurate. They're doing at least some sort of justice to the manga. Perhaps more or less. But it just feels like they're just doing the stand. They're just only meeting expectations. They're not doing anything where they're just barely meeting it. They're not. To me, they aren't. They're not doing anything where you feel like, oh damn, they did this part. They made me enjoy this more than that part in the manga. So that it is what it is. And I will continue to just look at the react to it because I just want a breakdown of it. I want to get something out of it. And I want to know. I want to at least impart some of it. I don't see myself reacting to the second core unless said otherwise. But yeah, this is not a good looking series to say the least right now. You can say all the thing you want about it. I mean, if you still enjoy it for what it is, cool. All the power to you. I actually like watching the reactions of people more to this series more than the series. It's far more than the series itself. So it says a lot. So yeah, that's all I really need to say. I'm just gonna leave it off here, guys. Thank you for joining the stream, and I will try to upload. And since this is also recording, I will get something up on Google Drive. It will be a temporary link, of course. You know, up until like it finishes, the processing finishes on YouTube, of course, because I know YouTube's being an ass with these streams. So yeah. I'm gonna leave off here. Smash the like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Yeah. Sometimes if the studio has 2 more animes the same season, it screams trouble. Sometimes it can work out. I mean, with Spy X Family and Bocchi the Rock, it works out because they had different staff working. You know, Bocchi the Rock's staff had at least a dedicated pool for itself, separate from the Spy X Family production, which was kind of a tag team with Wit. So that they were able to manage. So that's cool. But for the most part, when you're handling two shows at once in the same season, you got a lot on your hands, okay? But yeah, I'm just gonna end off here. Smash the like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord or support the YouTube channel. Share this video around. And, you know, just leave some feedback. I mean, be civilized, of course. But how about doing, y'all? Real signing off, y'all. See you next time. Take care. Stay safe.